We visit Hollywood Studios on a perfect, hot, clear day to say goodbye to Muppet Vision 3D in Pizza Rizzo. Sadly, Mama Melrose already closed, however, we can show the exterior. You can see the crowds are not too bad in this section as we walk by dockside. We are approaching the SS down the hatch with the sign that says tasty treats and ice cold drinks. Drop anchor for a snack, it says. SS down the hatch is a convenient place to stop this side of the park for a snack and drinks. Gertie is visible in the background across the teal pond. Looks almost like a natural habitat. Walking past the Mickey Mouse Vacation Fun sign. While it's a nice ride, the lines for it are so long, stretching into an outside queue. The sign holder at the end of the planter shows Muppet Vision 3D, fourth from the bottom, which was replaced June 7th with the closure of the land for reimagining. Walking by Star Tours in the AT-AT or AT-AT with blaster sounds playing in the background. You can see the crowds get a little thicker in this area, but it's not too bad. Approaching Muppet Land with Muppet Vision 3D Theater. I'm glad the building is expected to be reused for Monsters Land. I would rather have it rethemed than completely demoed. We get in line for a photo pass picture with Miss Piggy statue one last time. The picture spot was extremely busy on June 4th and 5th when we visited. It's perhaps the most amount of people I have ever seen in this land as we visited many times over the years. We visit Pizza Rizzo one last time for overpriced cafeteria pizza, salad, and surprisingly good cannoli. Pizza Rizzo had an interesting collection of Muppet, New York, and food artwork on the walls. I hope the Monsters version of this restaurant is as zany as this. A surprisingly full room of guests. I wonder how many knew it was closing in a few days. The banquet room with disco ball also full of guests. A really cool place to hang out and pretend it's the 70s. A look at the upper outdoor balcony with the view of the Pizza Rizzo sign and the Muppet Land back area. You don't forget about it, toss your trash can, and the cool archway embedded doors. A pan back and forth of the Muppets Land area. It was not that large, but it captured the hearts of so many. Monsters Land has some giant shoes to fill. I think the new Monsters door coaster will be incredible, and I hope that they have some awesome things in mind for the Muppets Theater. Leaving the upper balcony back to the Muppets courtyard. You can see people jam-packed in this area, which is great to see. Muppets area got a lot of attention right before closing. The Grand Arts Theater, now playing Muppet Vision, wait time 10 minutes. I zoom in on a clock tower, which reminds me of the Back to the Future movie. A life-size cutout of Sweetums holding a blue paddle. Life-size cutouts of Waldorf and Statler with joke bubbles. Muppets Vision 3D Miss Piggy statue poster. Muppets Vision 3D Kermit sitting in a director chair poster. A real movie poster promoting a new movie about Jim Henson called Idea Man. The cast of Muppets 3D poster on the wall. The empty security desk with key under the map. The secret Muppets hallway. Production offices. Miss Piggy. Department of Artificial Reality. I feel like this poster could be brand new today. Bean the Bunny. Scooter. Gonzo. Fozzie the Bear. The Stress Testing Department. Stage 3D archway. Muppets gang poster. Props department sign. Promo for Muppets Herbie Goes Unhinged. The pre-show is one of the best, full of Muppet props, mostly hanging from the ceiling. A bunch of TVs showing the pre-show warm-up movie. Jim Henson as a Muppet, also up high near the ceiling. Lights, clothes, props everywhere. A close-up of one of the Muppet space vehicles. As you can see, it's fairly detailed and really cool looking. But I hope Disney repurposes a lot of these artifacts for other places in the theme parks, because it would be great to see them again and know that they live on. The back of the theater, housing the Swedish chef with his tools of mayhem. Waldorf and Statler, making jokes at the audience for the last 34 years. They never gave up making jokes, even bolted to the floor, and they couldn't go anywhere. I hope they return to the queue of the rethemed rock and roller coaster, as that would be fun. I can only imagine the jokes that they could tell today. The first scene of the movie shows a graphic flying out of the movie towards the audience, and so begins the 3D adventures. Sweetums comes out looking for Bean high and low. Have you seen him? Bean appearing in the balcony opposite Waldorf and Statler. He agrees to come back to work after Fozzie Bear says he can help. Near the end of the show, everything appears to go wrong. The Swedish chef shoots at the screen attempting to hit Waldo. The penguins shoot back. Sweetums runs out again to put out the pretend fire. Waldorf and Statler surrender. We surrender! We surrender! A fire truck with Kermit sitting on the ladder backs into the hole where the screen used to be. Kermit announces only minor damage to the theater. It says hope you come back soon. Many years ago, the outside of the theater looked like this hole in the wall before a remodel changed the outside look. More signage in the exit area of the theater. Ralph the piano player dog. Bunsen and Beaker sign to return your 3D glasses. Restricted entry sign. Top secret signs to keep you out. Side of Mama Melrose building, which may get rethemed into a new restaurant according to the latest Disney release. This building was the Muppets gift shop, perhaps one of the best interior themed gift shops on property. Hundreds of Muppet props were up high and suspended from the ceiling. It's been closed since 2020, and according to the latest Disney info, it will be torn down to make space for the Monsters Land courtyard. The Muppets painting added so much character to these buildings. They will certainly be missed. The gift shop was a fun place to visit, either waiting for a table at Mama Melrose or after watching the Muppet Theater. Both of the exits were very close to the Muppet gift shop. It's a wonderful shop, also closed years ago and unfortunately never reopened. It had Christmas items all year long, similar to the store at Disney Springs. It was always winter in front of It's a Wonderful Shop with this never melting snowman. This area had so much theming you could easily imagine yourself in New York City. The shop windows decorated with generic artist look, however it did the job. I think in the past there was more Muppet theming in the windows. One last pan of the buildings to remember this back area. You got the dough sign, we got the cheese. The tomato loading zone, I wonder if the Swedish chef painted that sign. A suspended cargo container. A lifetime of success and sweat by Jim Henson and his whole team went into this Muppet land we enjoyed for 34 years. Thank you all who made it possible.